Hello. Mic check करो.
Good evening and welcome back to the Asian Town Cricket Stadium for match number 10 of the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022. Total of 16 teams participating in this exciting encounter. Ahead of us, Desert Warriors taking on the team Baawan 11 in this match, where Desert Warriors, winning the first match, would like to continue with the winning ways, and Baawan 11. There was a real struggle in both batting and bowling department in their previous match, but they made few changes. Hopefully they will make few changes in order to address those issues. Two captains and match referee, and I was there for the toss. Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, match number 10 of the competition. It's going to be Desert Warriors taking on the team which has been struggling to get into the groove so far in this tournament. Baawan 11, captain of Desert Warriors, will spin the coin, and the decision will be adjudicated by Amin, the match referee. Captain Desert Warriors with the spin of the coin. Tails is the call. It's a head. Captain Desert Warriors winning the toss, and decision is?
We'll bat first. Flat track. So we'll hope to bat full 10 overs and put a pretty good score. And then let's see what our bowlers can do later on. So looks like a flat track. So we'll bat first.
Any shuffle in batting order, or will you continue with the same batting order?
No, definitely there will be shuffle in batting order depending on whether the wickets are, whether the opening batsman, which did not, click last match. Probably we are expecting them to fire up this time. And if they did, we have Pollard, who did not perform last match. And that's one you should watch out for.
Any changes for today's match?
No, we are going with the same winning combination.
Good luck for today's game.
Thank you.
Yes. Ibrahim, you are bowling first. What score would you like to restrict the opposition to?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Well, we are trying to, restrict them under like 80 or 90, because I know that it is a very good pitch for the batting, but it's pretty difficult to chase on. But still, we are very hopeful to, achieve the target we have in our mind, and we were all set for the batting first or the bowling first. We had made our plans and everything. Our bowlers are more confident than the last match, so inshallah we are hoping that for this match we can try to restrict them with 70-80 odd runs within 10 overs, because I guess that will be more achievable. Even within close to 100, it is achievable, as we saw it last night, that it was a very good match. So anything is possible, because the pitch is very good. It's good for batting, so we're very hopeful with that.
What's the ideal bowling combination, the fast bowlers and spinners, on this particular surface to restrict the opposition below 100?
I guess for the start it is always the pacers, but they have to do their variations in there, because the pitch is supporting to the batsmen a lot. So the bowlers, they have to keep their mind in the game, and they have to read the batsmen how to bowl and where to bowl exactly, and bowl according to the fields, try to restrict their extras and everything. So yeah, we are really hopeful that this time we will restrict the opponents, and we will give some less extras which we did in the last match. So we have learned something with the last match, so we are trying our best, inshallah, in this match. Let's hope for the best.
Any changes for today's game to come back into the winning ways?
Yes, we have one change, because one of the player was injured in the last game. Bilal Durrani is out, and Vineet Vijayan, he is coming in for him. So that is only one change for this match.
All the best for today's encounter.
Thank you so much.
So the news from the centre is that under lights, Desert Warriors captain has decided to bat first after winning the toss. Desert Warriors winning the toss and deciding to bat first, looking to put the score on the board, and that's how they won the first game as well. Looking to continue with that trend. The umpires have already arrived at the crease, and so are the fieldsmen there in position. In the commentary box, I'm Devendra. With me is Chandra. Good evening. What are your expectations in the first 3 overs? Do you think the bowling team will dominate the first 3 overs?
Good evening, Devendra. Good evening, one and all. Welcome back to Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Coming to your point, Devendra, yes, this is what Captain Kushal said in the toss. They want to put a lot of runs on the board and then restrict the opponents But Bawans would love to win this contest because they have lost their first match. And coming to your question, they will want some early wickets in the power play.
We got slip in position and just one man on the boundary in the third man position, 2 men allowed in the mandatory 3 overs power play. And that's the situation from the QCA end with slip in position. Here is Usher. Beautiful delivery, that channel outside the off stump, and the length is impeccable and so is the line, and a good start to his bowling spell from Usher.
Absolutely, that's the line you bowl in these kind of matches, and batsmen didn't want to make a mistake there, just let the ball go to the keeper.
Avtar, 7 runs from the first match, would like to provide the team off to a flying start. Beaten again, but this time around too far outside the off stump. Wide is the signal from the umpire.
That extra swing, taking that ball outside the wide line, and keeper had to move to collect that ball. Yes, the line has to be spot on in these matches. That should be the mantra of the bowlers.
Third man on the boundary, man at the point position, cover point, man at the extra cover on the offside. Now they're posting the fielder at the mid-off position, trying to get an additional field span in that extra cover position for that up pitch drive, as getting the ball to move around. So cover point and extra cover in position now. A chain of field span through the offside.
The early fielding change by the Baawan's captain there. He wants a breakthrough.
Goes over the top of extra, away to the boundary. It's going over there. We'll have to wait for a signal from the umpire. It's 4.
Always in control of that shot. Avtar Sandhu making no mistake there. Putting the ball up outside the inner circle and sending it to the boundary for a 4.
When he's getting the ball to swing around, particularly focus has been on taking the ball away from the right and better. He went with the tide and knew that once he cleared the 30-yard circle, it was always going to travel to the boundary.
He did not bother to run that. He knew it was going to be a 4. Ashar once again.
Goes over the top, but it's gone high up in the air. Fielder is settling underneath, but can't judge the ball coming down.
That was an easy catch in the air for a long time. The fieldsmen converging there, but making no contact with the ball. And that's a drop catch.
Easiest possible opportunity, because there isn't stiff breeze that we've been witnessing throughout the course of the competition. Should have been there because it went up in the air for a long time. Had enough time. The first thing was done well at about addressing who was going to take the catch, but the execution from that fielder wasn't up to the mark. Opportunity not taken early in the first over.
There was an early call taken by the fielder, but he managed no connection with the ball there. Couldn't hold on to it, just dropped it.
Just guiding the ball through the offside. Once run, shoots. He has broken the stumps with a direct hit with just one stump visible, but hasn't attained the favourable result.
That was played with soft hands towards the backward point. A single always on the cards for that throw. But it was a very dangerous end. But the batsman making his ground comfortably.
Igniting those memories of Yuvraj Singh running Steve Waugh out in that Champions Trophy in Nairobi in early 2000. Australia versus India, where India was eventually beaten by New Zealand in the final. Nathan Estel getting a century in that match. Excellent throw with just one stump visible.
That's happened many times. John T. Rhodes is one of the examples who has done it on many occasions.
1992 Cricket World Cup, South Africa versus Pakistan, getting Injimam Ulhak out, run out, flying onto the stumps. Beaten and going away towards the boundary.
We'll have to wait for umpire's call. It's off the bat, and that's a welcome boundary here for the Desert Warriors. They are on the roll now.
That ball did not rise to the expectation of the batsman and was dipping to the keeper. For someone who is not conditioned to keep every day, it is certainly a challenge. That's the team Desert Warriors. Avtar Sidhu is opening the batting for the side. Sajjad is in good form. Kushal Kumar, the captain of the side. Fatin, Suhail, Anirudh. A good balance in both departments in batting and bowling. Stroked away. Protection both the fieldsmen allowed in the first 30 yards. Outside the circle are there towards the mid wicket and men at the long on position. So enough time to come back for the second.
That was bowled fuller, but the batsman in control of that shot, driving the ball down the line. 2 boundaries from this over. We have 14 for 0.
Expensive first over from Ashar, conceding 14. Desert Warriors looking to win this game and certain their place in the playoffs. That's the team Desert Warriors. They got Anand Bhatt, Shakir Hussain, Gaurav Gupta. Venkat was excellent with spin bowling in the previous match, was instrumental figure in setting up the victory for the team. Imran and Sandeep Kotari. That's the team Desert Warriors, who have won the toss and have got 14 runs from the first over. Noman to bowl from the industrial end.
Baawans will be expecting some early breakthroughs here.
Pulled away. A magnificent strike over the short fine leg for a 6. It's gone into the stands.
Full toss on the leg side. What a wonderful pull that was. Special timing on that shot there. No hesitations whatsoever. And ball has been sent to the crowd.
A thunderous strike. Score jumps to 20 for no wicket. Not the kind of start that he wanted, Noman, with his first ball. He is standing outside the crease as well and operating with slip in position as well. Pulled away. There is a man at the mid wicket on the boundary, but there is no protection at the square of the wicket on the onside, and it's a flat 6. Back-to-back 6s for the team Desert Warriors.
Consecutive 6s there. 2 full toss balls on the leg side. What a wonderful pull again that was. Once again the timing instrumental there. Bowler under pressure. Baawan's under pressure. It's 26 already in 1.2 overs.
We have already seen 4 6s being hit in 1 over, 2 back-to-back 6s, but we haven't seen 3 back-to-back 6s so far in this competition. Today is the day number 5. Match number 10, Desert Warriors versus Baawan 11. Can you make it 3 in a row? It's a wide.
That was a change in length by the bowler, Noman. But then it was sent down the leg side. Extra conceded. This extra bowling has to stop here.
He's standing well outside the crease. Wide again. Struggling to get his radar right. 2 6s and then looking to shape the ball back into the right-hander. He's losing the control and losing the direction as well.
In fact, Avtar is already moved to 19 of just 6 balls. Sajid is on 6 from 2. They're scoring at a humongous rate of 21.75, which might take this total to huge total.
148 was chased down the other day. Beaten again too far outside the off stump. The challenge continues for the bowler to rectify his lines.
Because of those 2 sixes hit, he's under pressure. And he wants a dot ball. That's the only reason he's sending these balls out to the off stump. But very wide.
And this time he plays it in front of square on the onside. There is a protection there on the boundary. 2 fielders, one at the long on position, one at the mid wicket on the boundary. And that's where he's limited to a single now. On to 19 of just 6 deliveries of Tar has decimated the opening bowling spell from the team Baawan 11.
Absolutely. Baawans want a breakthrough.
Beaten with a beautiful delivery. That movement away from the right-hander.
That's exactly what he was looking for. That dot ball in that over. To put some kind of pressure on the batsman. But he has already conceded 17 so far of his 4 deliveries bowled. We'll have to wait and watch.
And this time around he gets it behind the square on the onside. A very well timed flick through the onside for a 6. Third 6 of the over. Struggling big time.
Flick of the wrists and nothing more. It's gone for a huge 6. What lovely display of batting here tonight. Desert Warriors have come with a plan.
A half volley on the leg stump. The batsman is pleased with the offering and he accepts it with a 6. 3 sixes in this over. Can get one more 6. 4 sixes in an over has been the maximum number of 6s being scored in a single over in this competition so far. Stroked away. There is a man on the boundary, but that man is a mere spectator. It's gone for a 6. 4 sixes from this over. Quite expensive.
Power and timing on that occasion. The boundary fielder just watching the ball sail over the stands for a huge 6. That ends that over with a 6, number 3.
4 sixes hit in this over. 2 back-to-back 6s to start the over. This is how he managed the first one. It was a full toss which was smoked over the square leg for a 6. Different direction all the 6s hit, and then low full toss again. And that's 2 on the pad, rather a half volley on the leg stump. The second 6. Then few wides. Then in the slot, just clearing his front leg out of the way and hitting it high and handsome for a 6. And so 4 sixes. 4 sixes scored from the over number 2. 43. Can they get to 50 within 3 overs, the mandatory power play overs with only 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle? It's a massive challenge for the captain to curtail this run scoring form. Khalid has been introduced. Flicks it away, beautifully done. He's dealing in boundaries, and it's a 6 that has become the most used word here.
Absolutely. This is one more timed. Great shot there. Batsman in control of hitting that over-pitched ball. Yes, exactly. All the chances of getting to the 50 in this over now, which is the last over of the power play, Devinder.
Still persisting with the slip fielder in. Beaten with a beautiful delivery for a change, changing the length full outside the off stump.
The slip being introduced in this over, they wanted to bowl fuller lengths.
But the positioning of the slip fielder, not far away from the wicket keeper, it's It's within wicketkeeper's reach, I believe. Should have been slightly wider. And especially the amount of bounce that is available in this pitch, it should be slightly wider instead of standing close to the wicketkeeper.
That's a wide down the leg side. And that's 50 up for the Desert Warriors in 2.2 overs. What batting display today here in the Asian Town Cricket Stadium.
Absolute carnage, 50 of just 14 deliveries, and Avtar has dominated so far in this proceeding, 31 of just 9 deliveries. Astonishing batting display already. Works the ball away on the onside. The timing is absolutely pristine here as he picks up another 4 through the onside.
Desert Warriors dealing in boundaries this time. They're making look batting very, very easy. There was a beautiful flick and ball sent to the boundary for a 4.
Oozing with confidence the way he's been stroking the ball. Even the full length deliveries are going behind the square on the onside. Just shuffling across, looking to flick it through the onside and making sure that he makes connection from the sweetest part of the bat. Ooredoo presents QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022, match number 10. Stroked straight down the ground, beautifully timed, and it's gone for a 6.
That's such a good batting. That's such a good confidence. Warriors have their plans and they have come with their homework done. All boxes checked. Wonderful stroke down the line. 6 over the bowler's head.
Just lifting it over the head of the umpire and bowler and down the ground for a 6. Can he get one more 6 from this over? 4 dot emerging. Runs leaking at a greater rate than you can even visualize sitting at home and devising a plan getting into cricket match as a batsman. Again, another astonishing hit straight down the ground. Another 6.
A non-striker is at ease this time. It's all about the batsman who is on strike right now. What display of batting this. Just making room to hit that shot for a 6 again.
Stroking the ball with consummate ease. Everything pitched up has been hit distantly down the ground. Shuffling across this time, gets it behind the square on the onside. Chase. Tough challenge for the fielder coming across. Another boundary. Series of boundaries produced in this over. Very, very expensive.
Indeed, very expensive over this. This is again sent towards the backward square for a 4. After 3 overs, Desert Warriors are 70 for no loss.
That's absolute carnage. 70 for no wicket after 3 overs. The highest total so far in this competition, utilizing the power play conditions to great effect. That's how he managed to hit it through the onside, just shuffling across to a fuller length delivery. He was able to hit it behind square for a 6, then shuffling across and hitting at the similar zone to a pitched up delivery. 2 6s through the, rather that 4 through the onside region, and then shuffling across and hitting it straight down the ground. Alteration in line, but no alteration as far as his method of dealing with the deliveries pitched up. Most of the deliveries pitched up and then launching it straight down the ground. A gigantic 6 hitting the side screen, and that's how he managed to last it through the square region on the onside. Fuller length deliveries is not the diet that he should be serving to him. Introduction of a spin. Ibrahim, the captain of the side, has taken the responsibility to find a breakthrough for the unit, which is looking out of sorts.
70 scored from that mandatory power play, and probably Ibrahim very late in introducing himself, but starts with a dot.
Looking to take the pace off but there is a protection there on the boundary. He's bowling so slow through the air. Believes that he will only get wicket through this timed stroke. Now he has the luxury of posting more fielders on the boundary after the mandatory 3 overs. Indeed, they can post 5 fielders on the boundary, and they got 3 of them on the onside, as the fieldsman from the third man region is coming inside the circle. 2 on the offside at the sweeper and long off, long on. Mid wicket is also on the boundary.
That's been tossed, but a single taken. Batsman got cramped, but has his bat in control for a single. Ibrahim doing the trick here for the team as a captain. Will this be a captain's over? Will this be an over where the runs are stopped? By far the best 3 balls, only 2 runs coming. 72 already on the board.
Ibrahim is itching for a wicket here. Again the drag on, but it's not hitting the stumps. Nothing is working for the captain as well. Neither is bowlers responding, nor he's getting any kind of luck with these the slowest off spinners. 72 for no wicket. Run rate 20.57. That's a proper T10 contest for the batters. Run fist. Straight to the man on the second attempt. Not quite getting there, and the catch has gone down. What else the captain can do?
That was bowled very slow and it was in the hands of the fielder there at the backward point. But the fielder making the mistake of dropping it. Tried to grab the ball in the second attempt, but lost complete control of the ball and himself.
An excellent over. 5 runs so far from this over and creating opportunity as well. They got slip in position now. Oh, he's beaten him with a beautiful tossed-up delivery. Just 5 runs from this over amidst this batting carnage. 75 for no wicket after 4 overs here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium in match number 10 of the QCA T10 Ramadan Cup 2022. It's Desert Warriors winning the toss and batting first. Avatar Sidhu approaching his half century, 35 of 13 and 34 of just 11 deliveries from Sajjad Mohammad. Contribution from both the openers. It's a double attack from both ends, and bowlers suffered big time. Ashar Mahmood conceding 14 from his solitary over. Noman was taken for 29 and Khalid was taken for 27. Unbelievable figures here as far as the economy is concerned for Noman and Khalid Mohammad, and captain just conceding 5 in his solitary over Ibrahim. The spin could be the order of the day from here on to come back in this game.
Absolutely. Ibrahim doing a wonderful job with the ball there. He was always in control of stopping those runs. 75 already on the board. Noman.
Beaten. Searching for that hit. The batter was already there inside the crease.
A very cheeky single taken there. The fielder late to respond to hit that throw.
Was bowling quick, was taken for 29. Now decided to bowl a spin. Helped on its way. It doesn't matter whether he's bowling pace or spin. He's continuing to leak runs. 6.
This rarely happens in matches. A fast bowler coming into bowl spin, and then he has been hit for a huge 6. No plans working there for Noman.
The opportunity was created by captain Ibrahim. Simple catch going down at backward point in the previous over. This time gives room to himself, but this time finds the fielder. a real test as a bowling unit to restrict the opposition below 150 from this situation.
This is a wonderful phase of the game.
Clobbered away through the onside. They've been able to apply some kind of brakes on the score making after the introduction of the spin.
This should be the trick. Spin bowlers highly appreciated in this tournament. They have done a good job, fairly good job.
Gets another dot ball in. Should have introduced earlier in the power play overs, looking at the batters going about playing those hammer and tong shots through the onside. Opportunity, not quite taking it.
That was high in the air. The fielder coming under it with both his hands, but unable to take that catch. Single. +1, that makes it 2. 86 for no loss after 5.
This has been great entertainment for the crowd, coming in good number on this magnificent Monday evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Desert Warriors in match number 10, winning the toss and batting first. 86 for no wicket. Chandra has gone for a tea break, and his position is taken by Mikhil Vaswani. Mikhil, this is something unusual.
Good evening, Devinder. Good evening to all our viewers. Unreal batting. Unreal is the word, maybe. But how pleasantly the ball has been leaving the bat of Sajjad at the moment, and Avi as well, Avtar. Cuts it away towards backward point. They'll steal a single. 86 in 5 overs, another 29 legal deliveries. Devinder, what could be your number on the board?
Should be getting at least 170 from this position.
With 10 wickets in hand.
Should be with 2 set batsmen approaching half centuries. Won't be surprised if somebody goes on to get 100 as well in T10.
Gives the charge this time, hits it straight down the ground. They're running the first run fast, and they'll complete one for the arm as well. Very good cricket shown by the Desert Warriors. That's the hunger you want to see.
The strike rotation has been excellent. Not only big booming lofted shots when the opportunity was presented, at the same time whenever they had the opportunity to put the ball into the gap and get runs, they've been quite efficient.
Another tossed up delivery, this time some turn as well. Very harsh decision there. I'm sure the wicketkeeper was surprised there. Some turn and offer, but lots to ponder for the fielding side.
Yeah, the game plan of pitching the ball up from the fast bowlers, that wasn't good this time around. Dropping it short, enough time to take the catch. Has the catch been taken?
It's been put down once again. The reaction of the wicketkeeper says it all. They've been dropping catches all evening here. Baawan needs to tighten things in the middle. That was picked up, played straight into the hands of the fielder, positioned. And in the process, they've raced to 90 for no loss. Captain Ibrahim. Another tossed up delivery. This time he throws the kitchen sink at it. Has he got the distance? Yes. Just about manages to clear the ropes. They're not really. It's one bounce into the ropes as the umpire signals a 4. It's been raining boundaries and sixes over here. Once again in the slot, and what a time to welcome Raza Hassan in the com box. He loves the power hitting in the middle.
Good evening, Mikhail. It seems like the show is getting hot, and thank you very much for having me here.
This time taken on the full, not quite connecting it, gets the toe end off the bat. They'll settle for a single, but I'll tell you what, the license has been given to the Desert Warriors, And it's pressure on the fielding side.
License to kill and thrill. They're definitely here, giving the full Monty. They've come out all guns blazing. 5.5 overs, 95 for none. Dream start here as Ibrahim runs into ball his last ball in this over, and he's looking for a switch hit. Wow, the intention was right. Execution all over the place.
Well, Sajat almost switched off his stay in the middle. That could have easily brushed the stumps on its way to the wicket keeper. But I'll tell you what, after 60 and 95 for no loss, it's the batters who are calling the shots in the middle. We've seen some high-scoring games. The earlier one was a very low-scoring game. And in contrast to that, we've seen a north and south kind of a performance.
Absolutely, as we look at that worm, it's climbing and it's going way up and above towards the North Pole somewhere.
Batting and scoring and striking at a run rate of 15.83. They've got these runs in rapid time. We are midway through this tournament. Remember, once we get to the business end, it's going to get very intriguing, that points table. There's going to be a lot of movement north to south and south to north as well. But at the moment, just coming back to this game, Avtar and Sajat are playing a little bit of a magical innings in the middle. Usman introduced into the attack.
Yeah, in terms of geography, it's all been solid so far. As far as the Warriors are concerned, Usman comes into ball. And this time it was touch full. He's skied that delivery. It will land safely. The captain sliding and recovering that ball, throwing it back well in time. So only a couple of runs in the end. Every ball is an event.
Not much the fielders and bowlers can do at the moment. As I mentioned some time back, lots to ponder about for them. How can they stop the run flow? They have been carted and whacked all around the ground. Once again, trying to give that everything he could. Single towards long on.
Yeah, this time he was through his shot a touch early. I think it was a slower delivery, pitched slightly short, not quite coming onto the bat. Talk about hurrying a batsman, that was the other way around.
Slowing it completely. Well, I was at the pitch some time back, Raza. Initially, I did see some cracks on day 1, day 2, but they have completely closed now. Nicely rolled and watered, hard surface, very good to bat on.
Yeah, it looks like a batting paradise at the moment, an absolute belter of a wicket, ideal for T10 conditions. As Usman comes into ball. And this time he's at that straight as an arrow, but there is a fieldsman position there. He's looking for the second. Oh, this is stupid cricket, have to say, unfortunately. There was never a second on there. It was straight to the fielder. Suicidal stuff.
Oh, they've thrown it away. Needless run out, needless run. The second was never there. Yes, no, come, go. And in the end, they've just gifted a wicket. An informed batter just giving it away. The first wicket falls. Baawan strike in the 7th over. Courtesy a run out in the middle. Avtar was looking so good in the middle for his 45 in 20. Walks back disappointed. It's been a fine innings. He got them the much needed start and laid the foundation as well.
As he walks back to the hut, I'm just trying to recount the number of run-outs we've had in this tournament. It just adds to the tally. And this time it was a full toss. I think it will be signalled as a no ball by the umpire. It has been signalled a no ball. Only a single, but a free hit coming up. So brace yourself for that.
And in the process, the 100 is also up in the 7th over for the Warriors. License to launch into this particular delivery. It's a free hit on offer. Pressure on the fielding side, all happening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Plays it towards the mid-wicket region. Once again, just giving that a wild swing. 9 wickets in hand. The plan is pretty clear, Raza.
Absolutely. They'll go after every ball from this point onwards, and that's not a secret. On that last occasion again, he was trying to swing, perhaps with his eyes closed.
We've all done that at some point of a playing career. Eyes closed, give that a wild swing.
It's part and parcel of learning the game. This time it was a touch puller outside the off stump as he found the gap. No, straight to the fielder. This time they will settle for a 1.
What a partnership this has been for the opening wicket between Sajjad and Avatar. 99 runs for that first wicket. So many deliveries at their disposal right now.
And in comes Usman. Full toss once again. The batsman would feel he's missed out there. And so would that fielder at square leg.
That was a wild throw. Almost took off the bowler. But that was an opportunity missed by Imran. It was full and down the leg. He could have just played it behind fine leg.
We often hear the cliche, good cricket all around. It was, on that occasion, quite poor cricket, in fact, all around. An ordinary delivery into the hips, full toss. Could have been easy pickings, the batsman not being able to execute the shot, and then ordinary fielding as well.
Oh yes, you don't want to miss out on the scoring opportunities, particularly on the last occasion. But just coming back to this current situation, 7 overs, 104 for 1. Sujat 48 and 21, looking good to get to a half century. But for him, it'll be important to stay for the next 18 deliveries if he has to take his team to a very commanding score.
Yeah, I wonder what total is safe on this pitch anymore after that game we witnessed yesterday between Markhors and United Challengers. And this time a bit slower in pace and a hint of movement as well outside the off from the batsman trying to clear his legs. Beaten all ends up.
That was a very encouraging sign if you're a slow, medium, gentle pacer, because if you bowl it in the right channels, you can get that ball to move under lights. Remember, not much changes with that ball. It remains glossy all through those 10 overs. That got an outside edge maybe and has gone towards the third man region. It missed everything in the process, the wicket, and so did the wicketkeeper.
Well, a bit surprised he'd given away 27 runs prior to this over. Those two deliveries right on money, and he's getting the ball to talk as well.
A good thing here is Sajjad is on strike now, 48 of 21. I've just liked the way the ball has left his bat this evening. The timing on it has been sublime.
And bowling wayward to him has turned out to be an absolute crime.
Some change in the field. Third man coming inside the circle. Not really. They pushed him back to the ropes, and cover point comes backward. Square leg rather comes into square leg position. Goes big, goes high. And has he found the fielder? Not really. He becomes a spectator into the dugout, and they're cheering as well, or rather over it. And in the process, Sajjad also gets to his 50. What a batting he's displayed this evening. He's been in commanding form, and his hitting as well has been sublime.
Yeah, hitting it with the swing on that occasion was coming into him, and he's launched that towards the dugout to bring up a really well-deserved half century. Take a bow, Sajjad.
What an innings he's playing in the middle. He's dropped anchor. He's become the mainstay. He's attacked at will. 54 and 22. Once again goes big. Don't think he's got bat on it. Just falls short of the fielder. Beats him and goes into the ropes as well. 6 followed by a 4. Sajjad is calling the shots in the middle, and the runs are coming thick and fast.
I'm not sure if the Baawan coach would be too happy with that fielding effort down there.
The safest way Let's come back to it. Once again gives the charge. This time over the extra cover region. Oh, did he get his body on the rope? You'll need to check that. He did well to get behind it. But another very, very good effort in the field, but a very good shot as well.
Yeah, it's about damage control at the moment for Baawan. 117 for one. They've just gone past the Nelson as well. Safe and sound. And this time he came across the stumps trying to heave that ball towards the square leg boundary. And a fair call, I think, by the umpire. He was looking for a wide there, the batsman, but he'd moved fairway across his stump. So once you do that, you give that margin to the umpire to decide whether it was a playable delivery or not. On that occasion, I think it was playable had he been stationed where he was. Many a times players believe if they had missed the ball outside that leg stump, it's a wide by default. It's not always the case. That call always rests with the umpire, and they're the ones who decide.
Usman to bowl the second over, and he'll be feeling the heat. That's because Sajjad is batting at a different level at the moment. This time Imran looks to go big, but in the process loses his stumps. Bowled into him, angled into him, didn't quite get underneath that one. And the second wicket of Desert Warriors falls.
Yeah, let's have a look at the replay once again. I thought it kept low a touch. No, I think it just brushed his pad and then onto the stump. Good piece of bowling, not giving any room to the batsman. And a well-deserved wicket. He's bowled quite well, Usman.
Something to cheer for the Baawan side in the middle. For most part of this game, they've been on a leather hunt, just fetching the ball from all parts of the ground. Imran departs for 3 and 5. Usman gets the wicket. Second wicket falls here for the Desert Warriors. But that man Sajjad will need maximum strike in the remaining 11 deliveries if the Desert Warriors need to get to something very strong.
Yeah, this is where experience comes into play. We'll have to wait and see, Sandeep, if he can rotate the strike. And it comes, and it's gone through everyone on that occasion. He's coming back for the second. This might be interesting. Makes it safely.
Had I been Sajjad, I would have not pushed for the second, Raza. I would have just stuck to one and remained at the striker's end. I understand the importance of getting as many runs, but at the moment, Sajjad is striking it well, so he should have held strike, or rather kept strike.
I totally agree with you there. He should be facing most of the deliveries from this point onwards. And this time, Sandeep skies that delivery. It lands in no man's land. But in the process, we've got to wish Sajjad back on strike.
Oh yes, the ball lands in between of everyone. That's the story today. Everything that Desert Warriors have done has gone right, at least in the field. With the bat and with the ball, everything gone the opposite way for Baawan. This is why you need to give him more strike, but has he got underneath that one? Not really. He finds the fielder at long off. Very good catch taken in the end, and a fine innings has to come to an end. He had to throw his bat at virtually everything, this time getting the toe end off it, as Sajjad has to depart.
Yes, all that talk about the law of gravity and the ball landing more often than being caught. On that occasion, the fielder defined the law of gravity, making sure he gets his hand in the way.
But what an innings this has been from Sajjad. 60 of 26. If the Desert Warriors need to thank anybody, it's this man, and the appreciation and accolades as well coming by from the dugout. Captain Kushal Kotari as well, happy and pleased with his top order performance.
Magnificent knock that. We'll come back to it in a bit. And this time it was a touch short, a streaky shot. No timing at all on that one. We'll just go through for a single. This is an opportunity, I think, for Baawan to get back into this game, just sneak back a little bit, bowl a couple of good overs. In fact, there's only one over remaining after that, but every single run crucial in the context of this game. They've got the all-important wicket here. Now it's about damage control. Just give away. Yeah. Just make sure you're as economical as possible and give away fewer runs in these last 7 deliveries. Oh, good piece of bowling that. He's been really good. Usman I've liked the way he's bowled. 2 overs just for 13 runs. He's picked up 2 key wickets as well. Two new batsmen at the crease now. That's not something they would have been hoping for as we look at that scorecard. Dominated, of course, by Sajjad Mohammed. 60 of 26 bowls. Played an absolute gem of an innings. He was well supported at the top by Aftar Sidhu, 45, who sacrificed his wicket for the cause of the team. And then Imran Mohammed came in. Couldn't really quite get going. He was bowled for only 3. And now we've got Sandeep and Shakir on strike. And they've got to go big in this last over.
Oh, yes. But Baawan have come back well in the last couple of overs. They just clawed their way back, kept things very tight. You can take a look at this bowling performance. Usman Khan, 2 for 13 in his 2. Pick of the bowlers there. And have actually slowed proceedings. But otherwise, all of them, rather the first 3 have gone at 14, 19 and 20 and over. Ibrahim to the captain, introducing himself and going for 7 in his 2. That's been a very good comeback. So Ibrahim and Usman in the 4 overs have only given 27 runs and got 2 wickets. So that's where things have changed here for Baawan. Final over to be bowled by Asher. 14 of his first over. Can he keep them to anything inside 10? 2 new batters in the middle. Oh, that beats everybody and everything as well on the way towards the third man boundary. And that has enough legs to go as well for a 4. The rub of the green going the Desert Warriors way. And that's how it's been this evening. Not much can be done for that particular delivery.
Yeah, the bowler will feel a bit hard done by, that's for sure. The batsman really wouldn't mind how the runs come at this stage. An ideal start to the over as far as the Desert Warriors are concerned. Now the pressure's back on the bowling team. Such is the nature of this game. It's so harsh.
Throws the kitchen sink at this one. Does not quite connect it. They run the first run fast, but they'll have to settle for a single. This has been a very, very good comeback by Baawan. Take the pace of the ball, Raza, they say.
Absolutely. I think that's what they've done well in the last few overs. And they've dragged this run rate back a touch. They've got new batsmen out in the crease, and no matter what format of the game, when you go out there to bat fresh, you need some balls to settle down. And I think, again, the idea was right to tuck the batsman for room, to bowl it into the pads, but the line just not right on that occasion.
Asher will have to be a little careful. That's because fine legs up in the circle. He has 3 men protecting on the leg side. That's the deep square leg, deep mid wicket and long on. Only one behind the circle inside the 30 yards. Oh, this time it hits him on his pads and then ricochets off to the stumps. That's a lovely delivery. Just what you were talking and mentioning, Raza. Tucking him for room. And he's castled him.
Yeah, I think this dismissal is identical to the one we saw early. Into the pads, batsman looking for room but was full. The ball brushing the pad and going on to hit the stump. So another crucial wicket here for Baawan as Shakir is making his way to the dugout for... Well, he's actually making his way to the dugout without troubling the scorers.
And that's why I talk about the comeback. Well, Baawan have just crawled their way back, or rather clawed their way back into this fixture. For most part of the game, in the first 6 to 7 overs, they were playing catch-up. That's because, if my memory serves me right, by the 6th or 7th over, Desert Warriors were almost close to 100. It's in the last 3.5 overs that they've kept things quiet, and this has been a remarkable comeback.
Absolutely incredible comeback this, and exactly what the doctor ordered. Usher runs in and down the leg side, overcompensating on that occasion, and they will run through for a bye as well. But there seems to be a plan here, as we were talking about earlier. They want to bowl it full and on that leg stump.
Into the pads. Just don't want to give them any width on offer to free their arms.
What can the batsman do here? Maybe look to flick that ball. There is nobody patrolling that deep fine leg region. Maybe move towards the off stump. Move across the line. Play the paddle perhaps.
He goes the other way this time, though, gets an inside edge towards the mid-wicket region. Rather not so convincing, but what you did mention was maybe shuffling around the crease and try to manufacture something over fine leg wouldn't have been a bad idea.
Absolutely. Yeah, I think he was dancing around the crease, but, you know, in the wrong direction. He probably hasn't read the script as yet. Needs to understand that what the bowler is trying to do, and then evolve and change accordingly. Well, it was a better intention, I think, on that occasion by the batsman. The execution not quite there, but at least the shot selection was appropriate.
Oh yes, despite conceding 4 in that very first delivery, and despite a few extras, it's otherwise been a decent over because we've not seen many power hits coming by. Final delivery of their innings. Makes room once again, misses that completely. Oh, it's good fielding in the end by the fielder at the fine leg. They're looking for the second, they'll keep it to 1, and this means that Desert Warriors will finish on 132 for 4 in their 10 overs.
Yeah, it's a game of power and carnage, they say, but you've also sometimes got to play it metacognitively. In that over, Sandeep really failed to read the script. He was making room every single delivery, despite the fact that the bowler was eyeing that leg stump line into the pads. As we look at that scorecard, that innings dominated by Sajjad, scoring 60 top of the innings, pick of the batsman easily, well supported by Aftar Sidhu. Imran just going out there for 5 deliveries and scoring only 3.
Usman and Ibrahim did really well to give away only 27 runs in the 4 overs, taking 2 wickets. Azhar Mahmood bowled a very fine last over to keep things tight, and what looked like a very difficult task for the bowlers in the middle, they ensured that they came back really well. Remember that partnership of the first wicket was 99, and that came in the 7th over, but after that they kept things very tight. 18 extras would have been a problem, which meant that they bowled 3 extra overs, but towards the end they kept things tight and ensured they keep them in the leash and don't let them off the hook as well.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of the game. 1 or 2 overs can change the complexion of the game altogether, and that's exactly what has happened. And you've got to keep believing as a bowling side as well as a batting side, and keep making your plans. And I think it's been much better captaincy in today's game by Baawan's captain. He seemed to have come in with a plan, despite the fact that he was playing catch-up in the first few overs. He didn't lose his calm, he kept his head, and as a result, he's been able to restrict the opposition to a total, which is a steep task, but it's not too ambitious. It's something they can still achieve.
We're coming to you live from the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Yours truly in the company of Raza Anjum, enjoying commentating in Ooredoo Presents QCA Ramadan T10 powered by Elite Sports. And what a spectacle it's been, Raza.
Oh, absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here. The atmosphere has been absolutely electrifying, with crowds turning up in decent numbers. We've witnessed some extraordinary games in this tournament so far. Things are just beginning to get hot.
So the writing is on the wall, and Baawan have their task cut out. When they come out to bat, they'll need to get 133 in their 10 overs. We'll head into a short break, but when we come back, we'll bring you the chase.
Welcome back to the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. After getting up to a flying start, they could not get the kind of finishing touch that was required in order to challenge the opposition team. It was a great comeback by the Baawan 11 bowling unit to stay in the hunt for the chase. Will they be able to go over the line or not tonight? Here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium, the match number 10. Baawan searching for their first victory in the tournament. In the commentary box, I'm Devinder. With me is Chandra. Good evening. First 3 overs are going to be crucial in order to set the tone of the innings in the batting department for the team Baawan.
Good evening, Devinder. Good evening, one and all. Yes, power play will be very crucial.
Good start when you defend total in the vicinity of 130. If you hit the length well straight away, get your line and length right, get into the spell. It's a bright beginning in the chase in the bowling department as well.
Fatin taking the pace away from that ball to start with. He has been briefed by his captain.
Interesting
Dot
field.
balls.
Interesting field. Third man on the boundary, man at the square leg on the boundary. They got slip and gully in position for that little bit of extra bounce and movement away from the batter. Short ball gets the top edge. Will be few runs here.
That was bowled very slow and short, falling into the no man's land. And as you said, the third man fielding, that would have been crucial here if there was a batsman taking 2.
Outside edge. Now the man at the gully region has been taken off. Extra cover. It's very, very straight. This time hits it quite well with mid-off up in the circle, and ball has gone over the boundary for a silken 6.
Even if the long on, long off fielders were there, Devinder, they would have been mere spectators. This was an over-pitched delivery. Batsman waiting to hit that in the slot. Wonderfully done. That's a beautiful 6.
A golfer swing straight down the ground. Minimum effort, maximum result. It's a 6 down the ground. 6-2-6. The search continues. The search of taking wicket. 98 to win now from 7.3 overs. Well bowled. Changing the length.
He had no option than to change his length because he was already under pressure. 2 sixes being hit in the first 3 deliveries and a double taken. It's a good comeback, especially in a T10 game, when you are under pressure and the captain expects you to come back strong.
It's a marvelous Monday evening here at the Asian Town Cricket Stadium. Stroked down the ground, powerfully struck. The placement was spot on, and a boundary is attained in the process.
Although the long on fielder was very fine with the stumps, but still he couldn't field that ball. The ball racing down the ground all over the carpet for a 4.
The fielder at mid-off position was beaten by the pace on the ball. It was hit hard down the ground. Can he finish the over with a boundary? 6-2-6 not 4. 32 already in 1.5 overs. Excellent delivery, just playing with a soft hand, looking to retain the strike. This has been a very expensive over from Fatin. And his spell as well. He has conceded 33 runs in his 2 overs. It's 44 no wicket after the end of the mandatory power play overs.
Devinder, my observation of bringing in a spinner, especially Venki in the power play, I think the captain has his own plans. We'll have to again wait and watch if he's being introduced now, because there is no breakthrough that has happened in the power play. On the contrary, they have gone for 40 runs without taking a wicket. Need of the hour is 13.29 runs per over, which they have easily managed till now, 13.33 as such.
This has been such an engrossing chase. The match is delicately poised at the moment. You cannot say which team is going to come out victorious from this situation. Couple of wickets. It could well be the batting unit. Introduction of spin. Kaushal comes to the crease, but it's full toss, and that's to outside the leg stump. Has it got enough power into the stroke to take it to the boundary? Looks shaky here.
That was kind of a trial ball because the ball slipped off his hand. He wanted to toss it up, ended up bowling a full toss on the leg stump. Batsman just guiding the ball towards the fine leg and taking 3 easy runs. Kushal should be thinking of getting wickets here.
Very close to the boundary. It was safe. He's away. Will be only a single. So 3 of the very first, then a single.
The fielders, the protection is there in the deep mid-wicket area. Deep long on as well. We'll have to wait and watch about the batsmen who were composed till now.
Pedal. And he's pedaled it fine. Will be a couple of more runs here for the batting unit. Playing smart cricket, not trying to hit it hard. He's not giving pace on the ball. Kushal just trying to manufacture the shots. The pedal is trying to guide the ball into the gap and taking 1s and 2s.
Noman and Vineet just milking the balls for runs behind square.
This time goes with a lofted shot. And the catch is taken. Captain comes into the attack and he's broken the partnership. He has broken the partnership and has given a little sniff to the team to come back in the contest.
The plan has worked for the captain. Very well placed fielder there, making no mistake whatsoever. First wicket falls down for Baawan's in the 4th over in the form of Noman, who has scored a handsome 38 from 15. It's 46 for 1.
You were right in making observation, Chandra, about bowlers, but he has given the team the kind of momentum that they required. And Philip in the power play overs, 46 for 1 now. And man who's looking in awesome form has been dismissed. And it's the opposition captain who takes the wicket. 46 for 1. Ibrahim, the captain of the side, walks to the crease.
Viewers, wherever you are, head to the Asian Town International Cricket Stadium here in Doha. We have a match on our hands. 133 has to be scored in the second innings. Kushal, one more time.
Trying to drag the ball through the onside. A loopy delivery.
Guiding it to the fine leg. Taking a single. Changing the strike. This should be the phase wherein you need to see singles.
Work through the onside. Singles won't frustrate the captain. It was pace on the ball which proved costly, as Kushal has shown in this over. Just conceding 8 runs and taking wicket as well. And taking the wicket of Noman, who was looking imperious with his stroke making. 48 for 1. Looking to claw the way back in this contest. That's the situation. Completely contrasting way they find themselves in. They were up to a flying start. And the Warriors, after winning the toss and batting first, it was a sedate strike, and further the gap is widening. And with the introduction of a spin, it is going to be a real challenge.
Absolutely, and this is what we were looking forward to. One more spinner, which means both the ends right now. The spin bowling continues. Anirudh.
Down the track. But there is a protection, so they will have to satisfy themselves with a single. They need boundaries, at least 2 boundaries from the over, and it is going to be difficult because the ball is not giving pace on the ball. So they need that extra power into stroke making, and there is a possibility of mistiming stroke as well.
That's been missed. Big swing there. Tossed up delivery onto the off stump. Batsman completely missing the line of the ball. He wanted to go for a glory shot, but completely misses the line of the ball.
Ask the same question to Kushal about what should be the combination of bowlers on this pitch, about how many spinners and fast bowlers. This time he gets a short ball and pulls it away. Handsomely done. And it's gone over the boundary ropes for a 6.
Length is what matters here. This was sent into the stands. That shuffle and a wonderful 6 into the deep square leg area.
Teasing the fieldsman on the boundary. 7 runs already from this over. He's found in front and the finger has gone up. And Anirudh has also struck in his first over. And it's the Vinith, the opening batsman, who is out, is found in front.
This is what is the advantage of the spinners, Devinder. You bowl one straighter, and if the batsman misses the line, he is caught plump in front of the stumps. This is what exactly happened. Vinith gone. It's 55 for 2 after 4.4.
Vinith, the batsman, dismissed for 14. So both the openers back in the hutch at the moment. It's out LBW of the bowling of Anirudh for 14 of 11 with 1-4 and 1-6. Need to build the partnership with the 2 new batters at the crease. What's the field? Got men at the long on, mid wicket, square leg on the boundary on the onside. There's a protection there on the boundary. They will take a run here.
That was driven straight down the ground between the stumps and the non-striker. Batsman actually wanting to hit it straight. That was the intention. And it was achieved, a single added to the score.
So ideally, there is no right combination. If you're spinners, good spinners. If you bowl in the right areas, you get purchase from the surface. If you are a fast bowler, fast bowling unit, and if you hit the right areas, the back of length areas, you will be successful. That's been the story. How they deal with this situation from here on, negating the spin, 56 for 2 in 5 overs.
It's now time to call on my fellow commentator, Raza.
Right, thank you very much, Chandar. You've got Kushal coming into the attack. Kushal, if I'm not mistaken, is the skipper as well of this side. And this time he's played that away to deep mid-wicket. Just a single. Singles won't do at this stage. Chandar.
Absolutely, starting this over with a dot and then a single. As you said, 16.29 is the required run rate. Singles won't help. Yes, you can rotate the strike if one of the batsmen is hitting and hitting strong.
And comprehensively beaten on that occasion. This is a crucial over in the context of the game. He's got to do something different here, the captain. A dot ball at this stage is worth gold. This time using his feet, nowhere near getting it of the middle of the bat, and there was a chance to run out. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal, and he has actually raised his finger. So a wicket thrown away in vain there.
That was a direct hit. The keeper actually couldn't collect it and it went direct to the stumps. It was very, very good throw at that situation. Probably no second run for the taking there. But batsmen just wanted to score runs because they have to chase 132. It's 57, which makes with the single as 58 for 3 after 5.4.
Yeah, I think he sacrificed his wicket there for the cause of the team. I just got the feeling he didn't really drag his bat in. He probably realized it wasn't his night tonight, not being able to middle the ball. And as a captain, he felt like it was time for somebody new to come in and try their luck. So from that point of view, it seems like a reasonable move. Kushal to continue. And again, no timing at all on that delivery. His head was nowhere near that ball. His weight not into the shot. Completely missing out on that occasion. And this time that should be out. I think that looks pretty close actually. He's bowled him, is he?
Yes, exactly. He has bowled him. That was pace taken out from that ball. A cross-batted shot. Batsman completely missing the line of the ball. And the ball going and cluttering into the stumps. That's wicket number 4. This is mere pressure on the batting side now. Baawan's 58 for 4 after 6 overs.
Yeah, loose shot there. It was not the length he was looking for. Quite full on that occasion. And the pull was never on. So he was always flirting with danger on that occasion by trying to hit that ball through the mid-wicket region. Would have been much better off eyeing that boundary straight down the ground.
Spin continues from the other end as well. Anirudh. He has had a successful over.
And all of a sudden, this is looking like a one-sided affair after such a good start by Baawan.
Absolutely. Once you have wickets falling on one side, the batsmen automatically come under pressure. Especially chasing a score of 132. It's always going to be an uphill task. This ball has been tossed up onto the legs. Batsman wanted to sweep it. Just ended up scoring a leg by.
As far as the bowler was concerned, it was a hit me ball. The batsman perhaps thought it was a miss me ball.
Yes, absolutely. Raza, you're right. Anirudh doing the trick here.
Yes. Oh, this could be a run out. Well, the keeper missing that ball. A needless run there. It was never on, but obviously the batsman feeling the pressure. They need to get a move on. The wicketkeeper on that occasion unable to collect that ball cleanly, and an opportunity goes in vain.
That's tossed up very, very slow. He has taken all the pace out of that delivery, outside the off stump, into the gloves of the keeper. Batsman not able to have any connection with the leather.
And this time he's made some connection, but there is a fieldsman out there. Will just be a single. That required run rate is climbing with every single ball. And it looks like it's probably gone out of hands at the moment. 22.42 required. Once again, no timing, but wow, that is sloppy piece of work once again. Helping the ball go over the boundary for a 6.
that was into the hands of the fielder there in the deep mid-wicket area. But then that sloppy stuff which Warriors are not known for. It's a 6 to end this over. 68 for 4 after 7.
Yeah, I think as a fielder you need to make that decision if you could stop the ball from going over 6, or going over for a 6, or if you can take the catch. As we look at the bowling card at the moment, Fateen Sohail, quite expensive at the top, giving away 33 runs in his 2 overs. The pick of the bowler so far has been Kushal Kumar, has picked up 2 wickets for 10 runs. Anirudh Singh Verma. And this time again, a bit of shape into him. He will scamper through for a single. Great bowling once again. This is good death bowling here by Sandeep, and he's somebody they can look up to, can the Warriors, in the remaining games of this tournament. He's somebody who has the ability to bowl full and straight in this later part of the innings.
And correctly the right time for him to bowl this 9th over. He did well in his first over. He's already taken a wicket into the block hole. Batsman just managing to put his bat down and sending the ball to the square leg area for a single. Was a run out chance as well, but the throw coming late.
Sandeep to Faizan. And once again, that's 5 out of 5. That's incredible stuff. It's not easy by any stretch of the imagination to bowl those Yorkers, even at international level, even at a level much higher than this. You see bowlers struggling, bowling that full length, but Sandeep has been able to execute his Yorkers absolutely brilliantly.
Well, yes, this is what this tournament is all about. Showcase your talent, all the young, talented players here.
And he comes once again, and wow, this is quite unbelievable. That is 5 in a row as we have another opportunity for the throw is wayward, so the batsman survived, but once again have to really applaud the way this guy has bowled full and straight. The ball is swinging as well. Not late swing, I wouldn't call it reverse swing, but certainly swing, and that on any day could be a cause of concern for any batsman.
Absolutely, yes.
And this is the last ball, and this time drifting down the leg side. It will be signalled a wide. Finally one missing the target.
Yes, Sandeep should not have bowled that ball, but I think he was teasing the batsman, because these wide balls just spoil your hard work, just spoil your overs. He still have 1 ball remaining. He's conceded 12 and taken 1 wonderful wicket.
And this time he was trying to use his feet, and I think he was off his crease quite early, looking for the second one, and this could be a run out. I think the fielder there missed the ball completely. The bails were dislodged, but not by the ball, so comfortably scampering back for the second. I think he went too early on that occasion, Chandra, showing the bowler what he was doing.
Absolutely. This ends the 9th over.
Yeah, I think.
And the score is 89 for 5. This would be a comprehensive win for Desert Warriors. Only we'll have to wait and watch how many runs are scored in this last over. 44 still required from those 6 balls. The curves there, wow. Baawan's nowhere close to that required run rate.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of time now.
Venkat starting the proceedings of the last over. He's conceded 13, but no wickets for him today. This is something surprising, because yesterday in the previous game he was very, very successful and a man of the match as well.
Yeah, perhaps the fat lady singing in the stands can help, but on that occasion it was nicely played away. We'll come back for the second.
He's been tossing those balls, both of them. This time it was driven down to the long off area for a couple.
Yeah,
So I would still say that Baawan score maximum runs out of these 4 balls just to make sure that they come closer to the target.
Yeah, you never know. You've always got to give you 100% and do what you can in the context of the situation. Things can change in the later half of the tournament. They've lost 2 games on the trot, but they're not yet out of this tournament. It does mean, though, that a lot will depend on the results of the other games in this tournament, especially in their group.
This one has been smashed towards the mid-wicket area, but no boundaries whatsoever. Desert Warriors making it very tough for Baawans to score runs, especially no boundaries. Boundaries have dried up from past few overs. This is a match in pocket for Desert Warriors.
It's been a dominant performance here by Desert Warriors as that ball rolls away for a boundary. Too little, too late on this occasion, but still feels good when you hit a boundary, even if it's in a losing cause. A cross-batted slap.
This will help for them to come closer to that target, as I have been saying. 99 now. Hope they can just cross that 100 mark with 1 delivery remaining.
And he's cleaned him up here. An ideal way to end the proceedings. Is that out? I think he's cleaned him up. Yeah, he's celebrating. The umpires are probably going to check that between themselves. But a clinical performance here by the Desert Warriors. They went out to bat first and they scored a commanding total of 132 runs in the 10 overs. Their bowlers leaked a few runs in the beginning, but they came back well. As we look at that batting card, the pick of the batsman there, Noman Butt, started off things really well. 38 of 15 deliveries, played some really good shots all across the ground, but then he was caught perishing for the cause, and Faizan later coming in, scoring 25 of 14 deliveries, played quite well for that. But apart from those two, the scorecard does look like there's not much in it.
From the bowling department of Desert Warriors, wonderful bowling there by Kushal. 2 for 10, which makes that a standout bowling performance. 1 wicket each for Sandeep, Anirudh and Venkat in the end. Desert Warriors restricting Baawans for 99 and taking those 6 crucial wickets. And in the end, they won by a handsome 33 runs. The summary: Desert Warriors winning the toss, electing to bat, scoring a mammoth total of 132 in their designated 10 overs. Sajid, they are the highest scorer, 60 handsome runs of 26 balls. Avtar, Sindhu scoring those 45 of 20. Nothing much from the bowlers as they went for plenty. Osman, the pick of the bowlers from the bowling side, 2 for 13.
I think Qatar cricket will have their eyes on some of these young players here from this match. Players like Noman and Sajad performed exceptionally well in this game. Kushal, in my opinion, was quite impressive as well, showing his ability to bowl Yorkers. Baawan not quite good enough tonight. 99 they scored in their allotted 10 overs, which obviously meant Desert Warriors cruising to victory. I think a lot of positives in it for them, though I think the performance was a lot better as compared to the last game. Right then, so it's the time for the presentation, and we'll go down to Mikhail for that. Mikhail, over to you.
Hello, good evening, and welcome to the presentation of match number 10 that was just concluded between Baawan and Desert Warriors in Ooredoo Presents QCA Ramadan T10 Cup, powered by Elite Sports. Once again, a complete performance, an all-round effort by Desert Warriors ensured they get to 2 points. Importantly, it's the top order of Desert Warriors that came good. 99-run wicket partnership between the openers Avatar and Sajjad ensured they laid the foundation. Baawan, though, came back well and clawed their way into the game in the final overs to restrict them to 132 for 4, but in the chase it was always going to be tough for them as they never looked like going, and they finished on 99 for 6, going down by 33 runs. Fair to say that with this performance, the Desert Warriors also secure a spot in the playoffs and the quarterfinals, and it's been another very strong performance by them. Just the right time to call upon the captain of Baawan, Ibrahim, for a quick chat and understand what's going through in that dugout and what does he want to share as well. Ibrahim, tough luck. The going has been tough. What has not clicked for your side in this tournament?
Well, I guess, our strike bowlers, in the start we are not controlling our line and length. The control of the new ball is very difficult for them, I guess so. I guess there we lost the game a little bit. But Alhamdulillah, we came back strong in the middle, but, we couldn't achieve the whole thing specifically. So I hope so, inshallah, from the next game we'll try our best, with the strike bowlers. We'll do some changes and we'll try to, control those things.
Always you'd want to believe mathematically there's an outside chance, but looks very difficult at this point in time. However, the experience of playing in this QCA initiative of the Ramadan T10 Cup?
Well, yeah, it's very good. It's a very good initiative by the QCA, and it's for us, who are playing the division cricket over here in Qatar. It's a chance for us to play in the stadium, which we, usually we don't get it, especially in Ramadan only we get the chance to play over here. But it's a good initiative by the QCA and by the Elite Sports. So yeah, we're really thankful to them that they're giving us the opportunity to play over here with the turf cricket and, to play in the grassy ground. So that's very good for us.
Right, you've played well. All the very best for the last game of yours. I'm sure you'll want to finish on a high.
Yeah, inshallah. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Ibrahim, the captain of Baawan, missed out today, but they'll want to finish things off in style when they play their last league game. Not a bad time to also call upon the captain of Desert Warriors, Kushal Kotari, smiling as always because his team is doing the job as well in the middle. Kushal, 2-2 clean slate, almost into the quarterfinals as well. You must be pleased with your boys.
Yeah, today it was just batting, which really worked out, and we know our openers who can score big, and they did, they scored really big today. And Sajjad and Avatar, excellent opening partnership. At one point we thought we would reach 150 plus, but still we are happy with whatever we had.
One thing you'd want to improve going into the next game and into the playoffs as well, or maybe the qualifiers?
Definitely on fielding, that's the priority, and as well as bowling and batting in the between overs, where we are lacking a little bit in terms of scoring at the same pace. So we are working on that. We have 1 week gap. We'll work on the nets and hopefully we'll come out better.
How important it is to win the toss as a captain over here?
As I said, winning toss is very important because you have big advantage. Especially what you want, you have the choice whether to ball or bat. But most probably with the wickets over here, people tend to go for batting first.
You and your team are looking good. All the very best for the coming games.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Kushal Kotari, the captain of Desert Warriors, the victorious team. Just the time to also call upon Mr. Christopher Raja, member of the organizing committee from the Qatar Cricket Association, who put this wonderful tournament for each one of you all. Thank you so much, Christopher, for all the efforts you're putting in. Well, quite a few performances this evening in this particular game as well. We had Avatar Sidhu from Desert Warriors, 45 runs in 20 balls. He got 4 fours and 4 sixes, I beg your pardon, 2 fours and 4 sixes. We had the captain himself, Kushal Kotari. He got 2 for 10 in his 2 overs. But one man who batted with a great plan and executed his plan as an opener with great efficiency, Mohammad Sajjad of Desert Warriors. 60 runs in 26 balls, 4 fours, 5 sixes, gets the Player of the Match award. You can come over here, Sajjad. And Christopher, you can pick the trophy, the Player of the Match trophy, and you can hand it over to a very fine batting effort. A partnership of 99 between Sajjad and Avatar laid the foundation for the Desert Warriors in what turned out to be their second win in this particular fixture. Sajjad, very well played. What was the discussion with Avatar when you were both batting in the middle?
We have a game plan, T10, always go for fast game. Like what we plan, that's what we execute.
Has the surface gotten better from day one? That's because we're seeing more runs being scored now, ball coming onto the bat nicely?
Yeah, it's absolutely it's coming very nicely, and pace we get the ball to hit easily, and or only for a little bit struggling with the spin, but otherwise for face bowling we got the ball to hit.
Your fielding is something your captain says you'll need to improve, but you believe that you'll have the team to go out there and win the finals.
Thank you. Alhamdulillah.
Right, Mohammad Sajjad, thank you very much. You've played exceptionally well. Keep up the great work. Player of the match from this fixture between Baawan and Desert Warriors. What a performance it's been. Well, it's been a lovely Monday evening, and we have lots more cricket lined up in the coming days as well. This is a long tournament, but fair to say that we look forward to your company tomorrow as well for a double header. For now, though, from all of us out here, it's goodbye and good night.